his time today. What's happening, big dog?
What up? How y'all boys doing today,
Man,
man?
we're good. We're good. How's the vibes?
Vibes are always up.
Yeah?
Vibes are always up, never down, man. Another day of greatness.
It's always a grind at training camp. I was thinking about this today. This is year 3 for you.
Year 3,
The hell
man.
happened? You're a vet.
Counting them up, man, but I like to just view it as year 2. I lost that year 1. Vet in the mind, but still 2 on the body.
Yeah.
Got a lot to keep going, and I'm excited,
Yeah.
ready. A lot to look forward this year, and I think a lot of things are coming together.
So from that standpoint, we talked to you in the spring about, the work that you put in this offseason to try and get physically bigger, better, faster, stronger, all these things. Where are you seeing that pay dividends right now?
I think just in my movements and, once you get to the NFL and you do these pass rushes and you get to the top of rushes or latched on blocks, you got to be a man to get off of them. So I think being able to disengage and really be more violent within my movements and stuff is where I see a lot of it paying off.
So from that standpoint, like after practice, I know Lawan used to do this with Harold when he was out here. Are you working with the offensive linemen beyond like those reps that you're getting, whether it's full pads, whether you guys aren't in pads, all these things to kind of better understand your hand placement, their hand placement, how they're going to counter some of the stuff you're doing? Has that been a part of your guys' experience at all?
Nah, I mean, honestly, nah. I haven't worked with any of them old linemen. I really don't like none of them when out there. But nah, most of that is you can work it by yourself or with other D linemen and stuff like that. That's where we kind of work with it. So personally, no, I haven't done that.
So for you, at least in the early going, defense seems like it got the juice. And it's not just because Arden and Jeff are out there yelling on every snap. They're yelling through at walkthroughs. They're yelling in stretch at this point. But it seems like you guys are feeding off one another. I'm sure it's great to have Harold back out there. What has kind of been the experience through the first week of work for you guys?
I think it's all that. It's not just one guy. It's a combination. And when that energy's in every day, especially with guys like Jeff and Arden, it's not just a here and there type of thing. But when they come every day, it comes like that every day. It just kind of spreads across the team, is contagious, and even if you feel like you don't have no juice that morning, by the time you're out there around those guys, you got juice. And then guys out there making plays, celebrating loud, just having fun. It's really building the bond, the chemistry, and just electrifying like the whole defense out there together. So
you guys have a standard that you've always held, or at least that Mike Vrabel's always held during his time here about, what this defense is, how effective you guys can be when you can get pressure with 4, all the different ways that you do that, whether that's, stunts and games up front, whether that's those zone exchange pressures that are used from time to time to kind of keep quarterbacks on their heels. Like, for you guys, what is the expectation heading into this year where there's not been a lot of discussion around the Titans, and in particular, it seems like this front's being slept on a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I think every team in the league feels like they're slept on at some point or this or that. That's just always the narrative going into the season. But I think it's just more about us knowing what we got in that front seven and us seeing the work we're putting in every day. And our expectations is to go out there and make it hell for the offense every game, I think whether it's a 4-man rush, we feel like we can win just as good if we're bringing a blitz, and I think that's the standard we have in that room, in the D-line room, and it's a bunch of guys who feel like every play they can make something happen, and that's not just talk. It's guys that consistently do that over and over in practice, and I think when it all comes together, it'll show.
We're talking to Bowen today. Rashad Weaver hanging out here with us at Titans training camp on 104.5 The Zone. We're talking to Bowen today about the emphasis on trying to get the ball out. A strip sack is obviously better than a sack. Like, there's been some opportunities where they might have shown you guys on tape where you could have had the opportunity to knock the ball out there, trying to continue that emphasis. I remember y'all talking about that last year when we spent some time with Crow and some of the other assistant coaches. What has been the process for you to identify those opportunities, and what are you guys kind of implementing on the practice field to make sure that you're taking advantage of them?
I think it's just every day emphasizing the different techniques to get the ball out, and then consistently practicing on the dummy when you finish a pass rush move or anything. There's a ball there for us to hit and get out, and it's being violent with it. Everything's about violence. You're not always going to be perfect with your hammer or your punches to get the ball out, but when you're violent and trying to break these guys' arms off and where they're carrying the ball, I think it's just a mindset that the ball is the motive. It changes the games. It helps the team. It helps you personally. Like, everything about it is positive when you get that ball out, and it's just fun at the end of the day when you when you make a big play like that, and you get the whole team fired up, get the stadium fired up, and then change the game all in one. So I think it just holds so much value that when you really emphasize it, it doesn't need much more talked about than that. Everybody kind of knows the importance of it.
We were talking to Tajay Spears over here the other day, and thing he's stressing about most during camp is like the jokes that you have them telling up there. The rookies got to come up with jokes on a regular basis. Who is the worst joke teller in this rookie class? Whether it's delivery or material.
They're bad.
All of them?
They're really bad.
Were you better?
I can't even blame them. Like, it's easy now. It's easy to sit back there and like, just go up there and give a good joke, relax. But as a rookie, that's some stress right there. So I can't even blame them. But I don't know if we've had any good ones yet.
Not a single one.
A couple of hee-hee, ha-has, but nothing that really knee slappers yet. We ain't got no knee slappers.
Pity laughs at this point?
Yeah,
something to help them get along
they're
up there?
They got some good ones, but no, I'd say 95% are terrible.
Rashad Weaver hanging out here with us on 104.5 The Zone. So, like, now that you're, you said you treat this a little more like year two, given that you had the first year loss to injury. Now that you're a little more removed from your rookie season, what do you kind of impart to rookies who are coming in? You know their heads are swimming. It's all kinds of different new experiences, literally every day, especially at this time of year. How do you kind of manage that with the younger guys in the room?
Yeah, my keys to them things that I try to do myself, and I wish I would have told myself more or heard more is, just continue to have fun with it. If you ain't having fun with it, it's going to be hard. Every day is going to be super long, and you're not going to get to enjoy any part of the process. Like, it's going to be rough. It's going to be hard. That's part of the NFL, but if you're not having any fun with it, it ain't going to be worth it in the end, And then also just take it day by day. Like, don't be as stressed as you feel because, like, it's not going to change. Nothing's going to change. Just kind of get over the things that seem like a big deal maybe in the building that aren't as much once you get on the field, so you can really go out there and just worry about football and have fun.
How big a deal has it been for you guys to have Harold back out there?
Oh, I mean, great. I mean, I joke with Harold and everything. I always tell him I want to be like Harold Landry. He knows everything. I mean, that dude, not just his skill set on the field, but his mind and his mental, his whole defense from the front to the back. Any question, whether, Crows ask him, we haven't talked about it in like 2 years. Do you remember this? Harold can spit it back out. So just to have a guy like that in the room that can know everything about the defense is always great. I learned so much from him, and then along with having him in the room, he's a funny guy. I feel like people don't know that maybe as much.
Well, yeah, because he hates us.
Yeah,
Rashad, he hates talking to us on a regular basis. I don't blame him. I'd hate us too. But Harold wants nothing to do with that podium anytime he's up there.
Yeah, he's a funny guy, so he makes the meetings more enjoyable. That room is a little crazy, but Harold is definitely. Yeah, y'all don't know Harold.
I'll take your word for it. What are you about to do?
What am I about to do? I don't know, man. Go get this day just started, really.
Yeah, all right.
Workout, meetings, keep going.
That's training camp,
Day 2 of pads. A lot more to go.
That's how it goes. Rashad Weaver, kind enough to sit down with us. Always good to see you.
Appreciate
you
stopping
guys. By. Continued health and success.
Yes, sir.
And we'll hear from you. What do you think Arden's going to say at the podium? Anything good?
A lot of great stuff. Be ready.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what he's going to say, but be ready.
It's always a wild card. Rashad Weaver, kind enough to spend some time here with us. 615-737-1045 is the number if you want to jump on. We're going to continue talking about the Titans pass rush.